What's going on, beautiful people? So today's video I want to talk about entitlement, something I think my generation suffers a lot with just due to social media expectations and comparing ourselves against everything and everyone. I'm starting this topic because I'm always on social media and I see a lot of people complain about, depression or false expectations essentially. And one thing I've come to realize is I used to be like this too. I used to expect to be happy every day. I used to expect, certain jobs or opportunities and situations to fall into my lap. And I think the big issue is a lot of us play the victim. And as opposed to working on ourselves and opposed to working for these opportunities, we much rather, I guess we easily blame other people and other situations. Meaning we blame our parents, our environments, our friends, the country we're from. We're too poor, we're too rich, we're too fat, we're too skinny. We blame everything and everyone, and it's such a bad thing. It's such a common thing, especially in our generation. Specifically with social media. Even with that context, a lot of people blame social media for the cause of depression, and I definitely understand. All these people glamorizing their lifestyles, their traveling, their body, their money, and it can be discouraging, but it's all mentality. When I first started using social media, I used to be discouraged, comparing myself against everyone else, and I don't have abs, I don't have all that wealth, I don't look like that, I can't be like that, and I never will become like that. But that was when I was a very, judgmental, negative person. What was that? Wow, at least I'm recording, so if I die, at least you guys know why. But then I can't post it. Anyhow, so in terms of social media, if you change your mentality and you look at it from a different point of view, right now I use it as motivation. I look at people, I idolize people that have developed themselves, have made something of themselves, people that are very positive, people that are very ambitious and outgoing, and I look how they spend their time, I look how they are, how they approach things in life, and instead of looking at them and being discouraged by their success, I kind of copy their values in terms of just learning from them. What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong? What have they done in their past to get to where they are now? What can I be doing? What can I apply to my life? And unfortunately for our generation, people much rather say, I'm depressed. I don't say this very lightly, depression's a massive thing for me, and in terms of mindset, I don't say this lightly when I say it like that, so just don't misinterpret that. But what I'm saying is, people are so easily gonna play the victim and say, I'm depressed, I can't do this, I can't do that, 1 in 3 people are depressed, and you can't just deem yourself as depressed and not try to achieve anything. Just not how it works. It's caused. If you're depressed, your mentality is going to do that, and you can't be the person to say, I'm depressed because of him, her, or my parents. You can't play the victim. In our generation, that's all they do. I'm generalizing, of course, but instead of saying, I'm depressed, I'm unhappy, I need to change, change things. Change your mind and I'll change your life. What are you doing wrong? What's making you unhappy? Who's making you unhappy? If a certain somebody in your life is toxic and bringing you down, get rid of them. If it's your parents, avoid them. Move out. There's always a way to work around these things, and you can either dwell on everything that isn't going right, or you can focus on how to make things go right. And that's something I'm really focusing on at the moment. I'm being very conscious of who I let into my life, and I'm very conscious of what I'm doing with my time. Am I doing things that make me happy? Hiking, recording, photography. Because obviously I can't do fitness and I can't travel at the moment, so instead of focusing on the bad and things that are limiting me, I can start new hobbies, I can do new things, I can try new things, and it's working. Things are getting better, things will get better, but you can't, what I'm trying to say is you can't expect things to get better automatically. It's entirely up to you. It's up to your mentality. It's what are you doing to better yourself? What are you doing to better your future? every day, you know. I know I say this a lot, but one thing that helps me is setting a long-term goal. For me, it's traveling the world, motivating people. I want to create that for myself, and I know it's a massive goal. And it's not a dream. I say goal because it's not a dream. It's something I want to turn into a reality. And every day I'm working towards achieving that. So I'm doing small things every day to achieve that big goal. Social media, fitness, saving, paying off my loan. All these things will lead towards my goal. And instead of focusing on all the money I don't have, or the followers, or this and that, you know, that's some things out of our control. So you want to focus on what's in your control, and you want to get good at it. You want to get good on your strengths and things that you enjoy in life, because when you're passionate about something, you'll become incredible at it, because you're going to put in all the work for it, and you're not going to be depressed. You're going to enjoy the process regardless how long it takes. I don't even know the topic of this video. It's entitlement. Yes, that's right. Again, like, I didn't plan these talks, I just talk about them. So key point is, don't feel entitled to anything. Take responsibility for everything, even if it's not your fault. That's another big one. Responsibility. So if someone's being abusive, or if someone's being toxic or negative, or if certain things are happening in your life and you have very minimal control over it, it's your responsibility to act, to create these actions in terms of how can you harness this, you know. If something bad happens, if something gets stolen, or if someone dies, or something happens, find a positive in every situation. If you can get to a stage in your life where in every situation you can turn into a positive, even if it's negative, you'll be happy, you'll be satisfied, you'll be unstoppable. Then no matter what happens in life, you know, if someone close to you passes away, or if something bad happens, you lose your job, or you lose your money, or something really bad happens, you'll be ready, you'll be built, you'll be strong. And that kind of ties up my point from the last one. Our generation is so weak and sensitive, generalizing, because we expect our parents, friends, family, or other things in life to handle our situations instead of taking accountability. And instead of focusing on what we can do, or how we can become stronger to achieve and overcome these situations, we avoid blame. We just dismiss it, you know, because why? It's not our responsibility. Like, it's a victim mentality. People rather avoid all responsibilities instead of taking accountability to better themselves. They'd rather blame things or lie about things to avoid certain things. And wow, this is a massive rant. Yeah, you get to a stage where you can tell who those people are straight away, when they just complain all day, every day, and it's so draining. It's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you complaining? If it's out of your control, like this whole pandemic, if things are out of your control, do what you can with what you have. And instead of focusing on the bad, focus on the good. Instead of focusing on what you can't do, focus on what you can do. Like, you're limiting yourself. That's people's issues. We limit ourselves. It's my issue. Like, there's so much I could be doing, so much more, instead of, you know, watching TV shows or... But it's up to us, right? Like, I want to watch this video in 10 years from now being like, well, that kid did not know what he was talking about. But I want to be traveling the world. I want to be doing my thing, and I want to look back on these videos and be like, you know what? I practice what I preach. Here I am. You know, I said this, I applied it in my life, and now I'm taking accountability. And it works. So, I'm going to wrap it up. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any, like, questions or opinions, DM me, and have a good day.